Blade GD _ just redeemed first.
Hi, Blade. I just got out of the shower. It's fucking cold today. It's like -20 outside. I swear to God, I'm not even joking. $190. 10 more until 200. I think Doggy's like exactly 100 streams over me, which is crazy. Because I swear to God, I started Nullscapes when he was on like stream 230. In the past like 7 months, he's done like 60 streams. I learned more Heliopolis. I actually feel like a god. Wait, Lamau, your notification says trans lives matter. Wait, Lamau. Yeah, he thought it was funny. I feel like a worse person. They're scared of you. Empty YouTube. Alright, brother. Chat, I have the leaked copy. I learned this whole UFO. All of it. You guys proud of me? Hi, Robin. I really wish Streaks gave me more points. Are you Minecap? Timeline is the helicopter. I unfortunately think there's no helicopter in this level. I just realized the sudden glare. Wow. Archman has told me I'm allowed to decorate one spike in the arm. I've never decorated anything in my life. I'll make sure it's really good. Three deaths. Why is my heart rate so high? I'm a fatty, bro. I haven't learned this ball yet. That's the next thing. And then I learned all of 200. I learned the robot or spider to 100. I learned the whole level actually. The ball and swing is the only thing now. Or I don't know. That's left. I reverted like all my buffs. Come on. I reverted the buffs that made it like a million times harder. There's just no way it's that hard. I'm keeping this buff though. Because I'm pretty sure this is accurate. Cypher 200 years ago? I kept all the buffs in here. Besides that black orb. This robot might be the hardest part of the level, unironically. I actually think I heard that deal. And the robot is like half, a quarter of the level. I know they changed the click pattern for the stairs pretty drastically. Yeah, but I got 6 to what? Like 6 to 17 in 4DS. That was crazy. I mean, I never really thought about it that much. CFO. Chat. Check memes.
Domer. 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 Domer.
Deborah. Fuck, dude. Wait, I'm actually crazy though. Do people not know this? I mean, to be fair, I never really thought about it. X critical level. Rated you. Ew. I literally think don't laugh at me. I literally think the hardest part of this level for me is the wave. That's bad. Because the timings are like 100 times harder. It's fine. I actually really need to do wave level. Ladder. I have my wave ladder still. Wawa. I don't have Wawa in Canada. I think there's like 3. I don't know the other song, I think. Is this mashup not good? I do really like this one. I mean, more mashups will obviously come out when it actually comes out. The fact that there's actually mashups for this unreleased level is kind of funny, though. I don't think there would be. I mean, this one's probably the best you get. The original song is amazing. I feel like mashups add so much variety though. Like generally, I probably wouldn't be playing this game if I didn't have mashups. I would not have gone this far on Nullscapes, dude. It is actually like the secret strat. Even if you don't realize it, you are sick of the song. I'm not gonna lie, changing from Sweater Weather to 90210 generally increased my motivation for the level like 3 times. Oh look, the hardest part is cold sweat. Crazy take. Mental state right now, it's good. I tried playing Shardscapes and it was too much for me mentally. Technically better than Heliopolis. Alright. The song is going for that level now. I think he's going for that level now. Until Orbit comes out and it's ready to play. But he's been playing subsuming. And he said there's dog shit. My mental has been the best. Has been. Four bees already, I don't know about that. It might not be that hard though. I don't know. Cobwebs is a great level. We need more levels like Cobwebs. I generally wish there was like a Cobwebs sequel that was like top 10. What? Did he really say that? Not really. Oh. I should add 68 to 100. I don't count it as a good run, but I should. If I have nothing else, but The UFO duel was so fun to learn, by the way, on Heliopolis. Pizza. Okay, World Record on Turnus. I almost got World Record on Turnus. I might have World Record on Turnus without CBF. I don't even know. Robot carried player. Thank you. That's infinitely better. My hardest is Shardscapes. CBF Forcer. I remember I said Doggy added a CBF blocker to Grief, and then like 10 people believed me. I should tweet that. Like 10 times. Keep my onesies clean. 3 AM? Wow. Did you see my progress report yesterday? Dude, I called someone a pawn and they left. I'm not even joking. Like, bruh. I called them... Okay, I renamed the evil Hitler role to a pawn emoji, and I called them a pawn, and then I added it to them, and they got really sad that they left. Because I called them a pawn. What level are you jumping from? Shardscapes. Thanks for pinning my message, Shanko. What'd I even pin? I think I woke up and like pinned like 4 things because it was really funny. Oh, the anime? Yeah, that's funny. You are a pawn. Cap. It took hundreds of seconds of thinking. Wow. Avant-garde and tower defense. Alright, bruh. condom stash. Go. Thank you, Buzzy Dino. Banned. Three people believe it? Yeah. Even if I'm live. I remember, I think he said something in announcements that I dropped it, and like I got 10 DMs. I'm not even joking. They're like saying, "Why'd you drop it? What?" It's actually insane. The Club 2 guy. Who the fuck is the Club 2 guy, bro? Oh yeah, look what I learned today. People believe it? Probably. No, because you say that and then it spreads. Because Akunikon thought I dropped it. Wait, is he? I think he's mod on my Twitch, my YouTube, and Twitch. I thought you knew that. I knew he did something. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Is he actually like really bad? Yeah, okay. Hold on. Why can't people just like be nice? Is he mod? He's not mod on Twitch. I think he's mod on YouTube. Yeah. Alright. I know he said some really weird shit. And I was like, I don't know. I think I was under the impression that he didn't actually like try to be transphobic. He was just a fucking idiot. But I probably believe that. This apology was so buns though. I was only trying to express how I felt. Like, what? Yeah. I feel like Ivory should apologize. And then, okay, no, I remember this. I think he... What? Okay. I didn't know about this. What? He did what? And then sang the Dead Nine. Oh my god. He hearted this Whoa. Okay, no, I made him look. Okay, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I didn't see this. I didn't know the full context. The full context makes it so much worse. What the fuck? Why would you heart this comment? Why would you... Wait, why is he hearting these comments? Hi, Daily Drizzy. What? Bro. Rage bait. I'm pre-banning these people. Is this a defense? I don't know. This made some look a lot worse. I don't think this is... I don't think this is defending him. Who Bro. I'm sorry, I didn't read these comments. I should have. He barely comes on my chat anyway. Both are in the wrong here. Stop. I didn't know the full context. My bad. I just saw the post and I was like, okay. I think he's just stupid. But reading through the context, he's just transphobic. Okay. Toxing is far worse than being rude. Pointless. Yeah, no. There's some... This is all so stupid. Banned. Banned. For nothing. Holy shit. Why would you have a community like this? I hate looking at this shit. Low key, you deserve no hate. And yeah. I'm on a. Oh, hi. That's gross. It's kind of excusing it. They're foul Nazis. Yeah. The doxing thing was a joke? Wait, so that didn't happen. I thought, like, fucking, he did get doxed. What the fuck? Skittle's just fucking lying to make himself look better, dude. He's leaving out information. I literally... The full context is so bad. Holy shit. If I knew that that was what happened, then... What a band of idiot, bro. Blade, did you watch the Tyler stream today? Can I get the 20 piece? Yes. Basically, there might be something at the Game Awards, there might not be. Nobody knows. And the rocket launch, nobody knows either. It's probably a coincidence. I think that's what he said. Did you hear about the rocket? Who the fuck is Earthblade? Three McDonald's, bro, what? The CFO is so fun, by the way. All you have to do is you look at the top one, jump, boom, 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 boom. That's it. Play neutral. Fuck you. Sorry, my mom needs some money. I didn't know she came in. Hi, Funk Farron. Hello. I have 27 mods on Twitch. I'm not even joking. I generally just like trust people. And I'd rather have more mods than not, so. And not everyone's gonna be here at the same time, obviously. I can do for. That was 82 to 91, I think. 82 to here. Holy shit. I can hold your belly up while you play, so you're not okay. It's okay, Turnout couldn't even fucking complete their 12 dog. wave is fucking Hitler. I used to be good at it, I swear. There's Kirk. I have a lot of experience with managing community, so I'm glad I can do it properly. It's very satisfying, really. Cringe dad, but slightly skinnier. I've never heard anyone call me skinny. I'm gonna lose weight soon. Starting next month. So illegal drugs. Top 700. I know, right? Drago! Hi. Is Xfinity live? Can you solve my riddle? If the if was dating it, and it was cheating on if with what? What would be what be telling it? And if caught it cheating with what? I'm banning you. That's what? Arch looks good to you. Why are glasses like that? Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Alright. My mouse battery's gonna last for like years because I barely use it. It turns off when I don't use it. Oh. Yeah. That's good. I love the helicopter. Hi, Whimsy. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. I don't know what the After Dark subreddit is. Porn After Dark. I mean, I'd hope so. I got rid of a lot of Discord mods, by the way. We don't need that many. What? Okay. After part. I'm bored, I'm sorry. I'm not that entertaining. I know. 'Cause I never make progress. Mashup buff? Yeah. The chud gamer should be added. Can you promote 10 times the server owner? Yeah. That's what? Wait, is that true? Uncle Grandpa sexy? What if adults would just show porn? What? I leaked some deco. Very little deco. That's not going to be the preview. There's a lot more deco. That's going to be the preview. I leaked like 1 part deco, but I was allowed to. Holy fuck, dude. Fucking finally. Jesus fuck. Why is my heart rate fucked? I feel like this isn't actually my heart rate. It's been over 100 for like a year. Or it might be. This might be one of those days. Or just have a higher heart rate. Because of caffeine? Might be. I think overdosed on caffeine yesterday, right? As usual, I update the YouTube title after the stream. So. Ba-na-na-na. Okay. That's a good comment. Also, I updated the Twitch and YouTube rules. Did you see them? It's basically just like don't be Hitler. Because it's really hard for some people. Stupid head cookie. Thank you. I could finally update my title after a year. I want to try to get it again. I'll keep trying for a few minutes. Get consistency. Also, I told Giovanni about Leslie's document. I literally don't think he read it. It's pretty bad. So I told him to take it down, repost. I didn't tell him to, he just did. So I don't, yeah. Only way to obtain it? Yeah. It is. I tried to hit it later and then I fucking hit it too late. Low key, didn't think that's possible. Need water. Is it? What happened to Australia? I smell pickles. It's making me hungry. I love pickles. It's genetic. My mom loves pickles too. You can't use social media if you're under 16. Damn. Let's get around it. Like, what's the point? If you can get around it, then there's no point. Low key, there should be a rule like that, but like not 16. It should be like 13. My 10-year-old sister should be on TikTok and shit. I feel. But like 16, bro? What? That's like a Twitch ban you if you're under 16. They ban you if you're under 13. They don't really enforce it though. Kind of going bad. Why? I mean, if you want some motivation. Visibility, private. My old streams get like no views. I generally got like 10 viewers max total a stream before I started streaming GD. Like, bro. 4 views, 8 views, 5 views. And then I started getting a lot more with GD. I kind of stuck with that. 5 views, 3 views. Yeah, bro, I fell off. No, I streamed like this for years. Like actual years. It's still smash. Got some streams every now and then that did good. Yeah, they did, but that. Yeah, I literally years I have no fucking views, man. Some Isaac streams popped off. I wonder what happened here. Probably a shit ton of crashes. Yeah, you're in like all my streams. Well, that's a real one. It's probably 3 years ago. It's my first Isaac stream. Has it already been 3 years? No, it's already been 3 years. It'll be like fucking 4 years. It's already been 4 years. It's already been 4 years since we met. It's gonna be like fucking 5 years, dude. That's crazy. Almost sent me porn. What? I remember that. Oh, the Birdleys. I remember. I remember them. That was so weird. Change title. I changed it next stream. It's confusing, I know, but I don't know. It's just how I've been doing it. Unless I should change that right now. I don't think it matters. It's not real, damn. Kind of weird and disgusting. Yeah. Wait, let me clip. It's probably too late. Probably not. Okay, so I can post on Twitter. Origin is live. I texted him today. He added me. I was like, bro, I love your level. I was excited for Glass Chapel. I did take another look at Glass Chapel. I do think the gameplay looks pretty decent and interesting. I don't like Menace's gameplay though. I really don't. What do you use to switch scenes? I click on it. No BS. I press the pause button to hide my face cam if someone comes in the room, but Netflix wants to buy Disney, which is crazy. Did you guys know Netflix is like worth like fucking 500 billion? What the fuck? How did they get that much? Oh yeah, Smiling Friends is owned by Netflix now. They're gonna cancel it. No, they won't. Only 500 billion? What, do you think it's worth trillions? There's not that many companies in the world that are worth trillions. Okay, I didn't even think Netflix was worth that much. It kind of fell off a long time ago. But I guess people still pay for it. Actually, I think I do, so. Yeah, they brought Warner Brothers. How many attempts? 533K. I started on May 3rd. 2025. Are called in piracy? Yeah. I have all the streaming services. My parents pay for them. I pay for Disney though. Mainly because my parents love Disney Plus. I think my mom watches the Kardashians on there. I also like Marvel. But like, if Netflix bought Disney, what would happen to Disney Plus? Just shut down? That's kind of crazy. I don't think Disney's ever gonna get bought out. $48 to $100 has been feeling really easy recently, and I'm really happy for that. 30 to drop has not been feeling really easy. Share people? I don't know. That was a silly thing. Did you complete Bloodbath? No, my only extreme is Shardscapes. Bloodbath and Nullscapes would be crazy. Can somebody shout out the pesta? He's live right now and I want to see if he notices. Yeah, shout out no pesta, bro. He's not really that well known. TTS, yes. No, not for follows. But thank you. Thanks for shutting out small streamers. Give it a follow. Ah. You're a good person. Turn TTS on. Why? Please. I mean, you already followed. What's done is done. Why is 33 the drop actually the hardest thing right now? Hold on. This actually might be like one of the most fun UFOs I've ever played. UFWM made this part. Can you believe that? UFWM made fucking peak gameplay. I didn't know he was that cool. Honestly, only UFWM could fucking make this duel. Also, I saw in my logs, fucking Brian Cheese shutted me out after I shutted him out. I didn't see that. Hi, Bobster. That's crazy. Good shit, bro. It's just so satisfying to watch. For me, it is. That was the worst spider attempt ever. I am the Flarg. Are you really? Didn't request. Wow. How do you even... There's no way. That's not possible. Actually, I think it is. But you have to do some weird shit. To like oh god, wait, what? That's the actual gap in the level. I have to be missing something. This is not possible. Oh wait. "21 Savage! New album!" I don't care. A notification for it. Okay, I think I actually did fuck this up. Because this is like... $240. Or it's impossible. No, I gotta nerf it. That's not possible. I did something wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something wrong. I thought I did it right. Did I not do it right? I did it right. I thought we did it right. Maybe like this is like... Okay, that's a lot easier. I think that's how it's meant to be. I don't know how I flipped all that shit, but whatever. Yeah, okay. I actually don't know what to do here properly. I know you jump up here, and then I think... Oh, I see. The timing. Wow. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the first cube in the robot. to qualify. I don't know if I can stream that. I hope so. I'll ask him, obviously. Even if for some reason I can't be a verifier, this will still be my next artist. But I'm sure Minecraft is willing to give me it. I think Minecraft is willing to give it to me because of my fucking dedication, dude. I feel like that's something the other verifiers don't have. They are dedicated though. They're both better than me. I hope no one joins the fucking race that I don't like. Because Abdiel and Carbig are really good people. I don't know if I don't think Minecraft would let someone bad. I really hope like Heliopolis and Orbit isn't like the last levels he ever makes. I think he wants to keep creating, right? Yes. Hi, Vinny. Tiny Vinny raid. W, thank you for the raid, bro. How was your stream? I get shadow bands. No. Nullscapes is harder than tidal wave? No. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. It's 42 on a run, nice. Is Nullscapes harder than Bloodbath? No. Bloodbath is top one. Favorite fast food, McDonald's. It's the only good one. I'm not even lying to you. I just shot my dog. It's good because it's affordable. Hello. Hey guys. What do you get from McDonald's? I usually get a Big Mac, a Sprite, and a fry. That's it. I say that's it because there's people in my chat who get like 5 Big Macs and like 8 large fries. Like what? Making fun of your fans, bro. You're a belly hopping balloon. What? Two large fries. Fries are good. 8 large. 3 large fries is fucking disgusting, dude. I'd throw up. I might low-key order McDonald's. Because I'm a bit hungry for it. I usually have it like once a week. Or once every other week, actually. It's a random craving. It's just a random craving that happens. Gotta eat my 1 Big Mac and 1 large fry. My little sister gets McDonald's like every other day, I swear to God. My mom can't say no to her. It's like such a bad issue, but you're not young forever. I was spoiled as a kid too. I had like literally like 200 fucking toys. It isn't that bad, but it adds up. Expenses. In Canada though, it's like really good price. Yeah, but Boxing Day this month. So from B to congregation if you want to. Yeah. I did a similar jump. I had fun. If you generally enjoy Congregation, then go for it. I think it'd help you, even if you don't end up beating it. If you want to, then do it. I do think it's a good idea. I've used the mobile app. The mobile app is so good. Dude, the what is it? The McRoll thing, the Monopoly thing. We got like nothing. We got what did I get? I think we got like a fry and a drink. That's it. Best a cube? Hell yeah, brother. Every time I say brother, I'm reminded of that Peter All fucking comment. Yeah, okay. I'm actually getting McDonald's. You talked about McDonald's, and I'm hungry for McDonald's. Why is this guy mod? I'm not getting 10 fries though. I'm actually sad I either been Kenny live. He always made me a bit uncomfortable. But like, I don't know, that crazy thing, you reposted that, I just saw that. I think that's a good enough excuse to warrant it. the reposts aren't very good. And I noticed the first person he's following, the first person he followed on Twitter is Donald Trump, by the way. Have we beat Nullscapes, bro? Thank you. Who? Exactly. Oh. Candy Life. He's fucking... His first follow on Twitter is Donald Trump. That's the first person he followed. Alright, bro. My Little Pony laptop. We turn up? Yeah. What the fuck are triangle glasses? What does that even mean? Also, my poster, I've been like flattening it all day. I put it under a box. It's literally been under there for like 12 hours. Bye. I'm getting a Roblox Pro Garden. I'll get 100,000 viewers. I actually think I would. Girl Garden is dead, bruz. Wait, really? I should make a movie out of it now. Still in 2nd grade. Dude. I do that too, Blade. There's 8291, one death. Ah! 91's hard. It's so fucking hard. Okay, I just went for 80 fries. Reload the ask for mod. You're not getting mod. I'm modding nobody ever. I never mod anyone. My only mod is Turn Up. I pay him too much. Salted caramel. What does salted caramel taste like? Let me try that. What does it taste like? And everyone else. Try it. I don't like it, I don't like it. I'll eat it. Okay. I think it's really tough that I'm going for 3 new artists in a row. I generally have the most fun when I'm going for a new artist though. It feels like I'm improving the most. Love the trans. W turn up. Can we get a W turn up in chat? W turn up. Yeah, Stormfly's part is a bit different. By the way, Stormfly was like one of the very first streamers I watched. Not streamers, like YouTubers. He does stream too though. I love Stormfly. I want to be to all his levels, dude. Okay, well, my whole family wanted McDonald's, I guess, so I bought McDonald's for fucking the whole family. That's like $60. This all looks so cool. I wonder if there's like the final version of the deco. Maybe the actual version looks even better. Not sure. You're fucking yourself? Why? What? I don't like that message. I am excited for the game awards. How long is it? I remember watching Summer Games Fest. That was fun. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I did. After getting 40 to 82 fucking like 40 times. Blessed. I've been doing really good on Heliopolis. The helicopter. Wait, you're right. My bad. I've been doing pretty good on the helicopter. Ow.
Oh my god! Holy shit.
Sorry. I am gonna get doggies mic for Christmas, I think. I just don't like my mic. I feel like it's too sensitive. I got this shit on my budget, so. I need a new mic arm too, though. I also got this mic arm on a budget. This mic arm had like a cord attached to it because it was cheaper. And that was like the only option. So I just cut off the cord with scissors. I'm not even lying. It was like for like, it's like an aux cord, I think. I don't need that shit. It's like attached to it. I just had to cut it off. Can I be timed out? No. Gonna look some new boom arms today. I already know what mic I'm getting. It's a doggy mic. Well, that sounds chill or not. Aw, that was not bad. So I fucking through. This mic's like, it's too sensitive and it's not loud enough. Even though my face is right in its fucking ass crack. It's a decent mic though on a budget. Like, it's like really good. It's 100 times better than my very old mic. Wait, I went from... That's true. I went from 48 to 100 times 6 to 48 to 100 times 7. I always fuck up the good runs. Kind of good runs. That was actually kind of bad. I keep dying to do it hard at the start. The start is hard. You crazy to this level? Really? You think so? Thank you. I'm not even lying. I think I have a better time with this level than Unknown. Because Unknown's top 1. I really need to get better at Wave, dude. What? Character limit. This is full of cheaters. Deadass. Did I get 5 to 12? I think I got that run a few times. Really dumb extension. I hope the click pattern isn't too different in the bus copy. It probably won't be. Like, I'll just do tighter clicks, right? I think that's fine. Are you a Sony Soul fan? I keep dying to EFO. I used to. I think I've done this in no deaths. At least like 2. Okay, that. I'm having issues with that one. I see this click later, okay. Little chat thing. I made a song and I promise it doesn't have any slurs or anything. I'm not clicking that. That made me not want to click it at all. Spam lab, I'm not listening to it, bro. Demos. GG. Thank you. What's the... I was gonna search something. Fine extremes. We're gonna watch this.
Boring songs I've ever heard in my life. It just goes something like bum 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 for the entire drop.
What is he
Although the
talking
fact
about?
that the pre-drop
I'll be
is
back.
the most engaging part means the level doesn't get nearly as boring as if it was the other way around. The vocals in this level's song is what I imagine Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's would sound like if he could talk. Either way, this is an old Jenkins level, and typically Jenkins levels are pretty hit or miss, but I find this one isn't too bad. The drop especially is really good, and I love all the effects that fly around you while you're playing the drop. I just wish the pre-drop was a bit more engaging. If you're looking for an ideal Sonic Wave level to play, with the exception of one other level, this is probably the one to go for. It's heavily nerfed compared to Sonic Wave, which works a lot in its favor, but unfortunately they didn't really nerf the pre-drop that much. The Wave is a lot easier, but the pre-drop isn't, and that keeps the same issue that Sonic Wave has with the fact that it's really boring. Although its boring aspects aside, the fact that the Wave is so much easier and a lot less blinding gives this such a huge leg up over Sonic Wave. Not to mention the deco looks fantastic as well. I like Laser Blitz deco, but even for him this is pretty good. Yet another level that got a fat nerf date less than a month after I beat it. This level's deco and song pair together really well, and it gives it such a great energy, and I find myself looking at showcases with this level really frequently. Unfortunately, the gameplay has some really major faults that bring the level down a lot. The main glaring issue with this is the abhorrent balancing. Keep in mind I'm referring to the old version here, so take this with a grain of salt, but there's this ship at 23% to 30% that is pretty much all of the difficulty in the first half, and you just have to keep rolling the dice to eventually pass it. And then when you do, you'll get to 64% where there's yet another ship that carries all the difficulty of the second half. Despite the fact that I described it like it's the worst level to ever touch the servers, the parts in between the really difficult ships are really fun and bring the level up a lot. Probably not a good level to beat if you're bored, but if you are interested in the level, feel free to give it a shot. And especially if you're good at ship. Half the reason this level's Extreme Demon is because of the duel in the middle of it. It honestly never works, and even when it does, every click is determined by the timing you do before it. And as we have covered so far, that is not a recipe for a fun, consistent, or enjoyable level. Other than that, it doesn't have any notable qualities, both good and bad, so it lands itself right in the middle of the ranking just purely because it's so mediocre. This is one of those levels that's only really enjoyable if you're already super experienced with Extreme Demons. An Extreme Demon grinder would probably enjoy this, but a regular player that's doing it as one of their hardest levels would have an awful time. The gameplay in this level is so weird, and you need to be able to deal with it to get any form of enjoyment out of this level. I found a bunch of strategies to get around some of the really difficult clicks in this level, but it doesn't change the fact that it has so many problems that stopped it being as good as it could have been. This is also a Smokes and Gearon collab, which have never landed well for me. I find Smokes deco to be boring and Gearon gameplay to be also boring. Just all-round boring, boring, boring. Definitely reminiscent of Heinz's style, with the creator's own unique flair sprinkled throughout the level. Is it anything special? No. But is it decent and solid enough to place this high? Absolutely. Talk about a downgrade, man. The creator's other level that came out before this, called Marlboro Reds, ranks so much higher on this list, and it's really disappointing to see the level that came after it be such a huge step down. It took most of the stuff that I praised Marlboro Reds for and just threw it out the window. The hitboxes in this level are absolutely atrocious, and even if they weren't, the gameplay is just straight up... awkward. The foundations of a good level are in there, and I know this creator has the potential to make something really good, but the playtesters, if there even were any, really fucked it over. As for the deco though, I've always been a really big fan of Ren style design levels, and that's pretty much what this is. So props to the level for at least looking good. Really simple and charming level with some deceptively difficult gameplay. You look at this level and you think, yeah, that's probably like what, like entry extreme? And then you actually play it and you realize, oh, wait a minute, this shit's impossible. Like the gameplay being so insanely simple, but so hard gives this level a unique charm that you can't really find in most other levels. Do I wish that it wasn't so choke pointy and unbalanced? Yeah. But do I also have a soft spot for this level? Yeah. And on top of that, Perfect Storm is also one of my favorite songs in GD, and it pairs with this level really well. It does a lot of heavy lifting in terms of the level's atmosphere, but then again, you can also slap Perfect Storm onto pretty much any level, and it will also do the heavy lifting in terms of atmosphere. It's just such a good song. Even for 2.0 standards, having a literal 10-second long cutscene at the start of the level is unacceptable. I don't know who was the one who decided it would be a good idea, but they should probably go down to their local GP and just ask for a head scan. It is not necessary to make the people playing your level wait a whole 10 seconds for every attempt that they do, especially for an extreme demon. This is not to mention that the level is first off heavy, so it's not even like you can wait 10 seconds and then get a solid 30 seconds of playing the level. Most of the time, what's going to happen is you're going to wait 10 seconds and die almost instantly. Why does this level have a gameplay score of 6? I ask myself the same fucking question sometimes, but I have to be honest, some gameplay parts in this level are really good. If you just placed a practice checkpoint 10 seconds into the level and played it like that, it would probably be an 8 out of 10. Another reason why this level is up pretty high is that it's got a super nice atmosphere. The deco isn't anything special, which can be expected for a 2.0 level, but it pairs with the song super well, and I think creators like Abstract Dark did a really good job at reflecting the vibe that the song was giving off. It's just all around a really chill level, which some could interpret as painfully fucking boring, but I'm gonna be nice here and say it's chill. You know how Atmosphere is just Zodiac if it wasn't a list level? This is Kinos if it wasn't a list level. It feels so similar to Kinos. The deco looks similar, the hitboxes are just as ridiculous, and the gameplay, just like Kinos, is janky and very wave heavy. With that being said, it's not exactly bad per se, but its resemblance to Kinos is just so uncanny. So painfully close to Insane Demon, yet the duel
That's
is
the level
79
Caden's doing.
brings it
Caden
up
said
to
it was like
extreme.
Kinos,
Similarly
but
to
good.
Plasma Pulse 3, this is another Giron and Smokes collab. The only difference being that the gameplay is slightly better, mostly because it's easier, and the decoration is slightly worse. It's simple, easy, and quick to learn. What else do you really need for a decent level? This is one of the learniest levels on this entire ranking. Even if it was a minute and a half long like normal levels, it would still be learny. But this level is 4 minutes long and keeps up the learny gameplay the entire time. It is more intimidating to learn this level than it is to actually beat it. The fact that it's so learny does drag it down a lot, but credit where credit is due, the gameplay itself isn't so bad. And it does get consistent even if it takes its sweet time doing so. What brings it from a 4 up to a 5 though is the fact that getting far is really fun. Once you've learnt the level and you know what you're doing, you can embrace the fact that it is a 4-minute long fast-paced level. Like, you know when you get past 60% that shit is getting real, and it adds so much to this level's enjoyability. I also think the decoration, while lacking in some areas, has a lot of early 2.1 charm, and it takes me back to that era of the game in a good way. Despite all 3 of the Ocular Miracle levels being buggy, this is probably the most egregious of the 3. It is albeit fun when it actually functions correctly, but half the time you're just gonna die to some random shit that you've never seen in your entire life. You'll either quantum tunnel through a slope, run into a hitbox that you've never seen in your life, get flung up into the roof and die, or a whole other multitude of things that can happen to you while you're playing this level. Honestly, pretty disappointing considering this uses one of my favorite parts of the song. This level's pretty bare bones in all of its aspects, but that doesn't make it bad. It's play tested well enough and has a really nice atmosphere throughout the whole level. It can be intimidating at first because some of the gaps are really tight, but it gets consistent. Honestly, just a relatively inoffensive level that I'm glad exists. This is probably one of the closest I've seen a level fit an exponential curve. This level is definitely first half heavy, but the first 15% of the pre-drop is so much harder than the rest of it. Almost all of your attempts are going to end before 15. And if you get to 30, your chances of getting to the drop go up a lot. And then you get to the drop itself, which is by far the easiest part of the level, but still hard enough to the point where you're probably going to die there at least a few times. So on the very rare occasion you actually do get an attempt to the drop, you are going to be insanely nervous. And on that note, this level is fantastic for nerve control. As for the deco, I honestly think it follows a similar trend to the difficulty. The first 30% of the level is by far my favorite looking, and it sells the sandstorm theme better than any of the other parts. The second part of the pre-drop also does look quite good. I really like the structuring, and I think it's really unique in that regard. And then you get to the drop, which I think just straight up looks ugly. Considering this is meant to be the climax of a level called Sunset Sandstorm, where the hell is the sandstorm? And don't even think about telling me that those little pieces of glow moving along the screen are what counts as the sandstorm. Even with that aside, I think the designs just genuinely don't look very good, and the only part of the drop that I legitimately think looks nice is when everything goes rainbow when the song hits certain notes. This level could have been so much better, but it also could have been so much worse. This is a very well-rounded level that's fit for all types of players. It's not lonely in the slightest, the decoration is so unobtrusive it might as well not be there, and the choke points are very minor. This is a really weird level seemingly inspired by Moment. I honestly think the decoration in this level is pretty good, but it blends together in my mind too much with Moment. Some of the choke points are ridiculous, and the last ship especially is way harder than everything else for no good reason. I really don't know why the playtesters thought putting that right at the end of the level was a smart idea, but regardless, it's there anyway. This is also best
This looks
played
a
on
lot
LBM
different than
if you
Moment.
want
I'm
more
not
than
gonna lie to
2
you.
frames while you're playing it. When I mentioned that a different level would be getting the most unbalanced award, this may have been the level that a lot of you pictured. And for those that did, you probably understand why this has it. I am confident in saying that this is almost a hard demon for the first 70% of the level, and then, for some unknown reason, the last 30% has the biggest skyrocket in difficulty I've ever seen in my life. I had the misfortune of beating this as a hardest because I was misled by the first half. I started it and thought, this ain't too bad, this feels really easy. And then I had too much progress by the time I realized that the last 30% is where all the difficulty is. I honestly think you should only beat this if you're experienced with extreme demons, because you'll just die to the ending forever otherwise. This level's deco is nothing special for early 2.1, but its song does a lot of the heavy lifting and me liking it. I think the song is super climactic and suits the end of the level a lot considering how hard it is. When the second drop finally happens and the level throws everything it has at you, the song just has this echoing ring in the background of it that just sells the intensity so well. Honestly, the composer was genius adding that in. Definitely the best of the trilogy. Just like its 2 sister levels, it is incredibly ship heavy and definitely has the most fun and dynamic ships of the 3. My favorite part of the level is definitely the second half, and the fact that it's first half heavy means that actually getting far was really fun for me. Not to mention, it also does use the best part of the song. It is the last part of At the Speed of Light, and it just keeps building more and more intensity up until the ending. I still can't remember how to spell this level's name sometimes, I'm gonna be completely honest. Either way, you may have noticed that this level is abnormally high considering it has a gameplay score of 4, and I can assure you it deserves that. It's really buggy and unnecessarily learny, not to mention the balancing is awful. But as you probably figured out, this level's decoration is its major highlight. When this level was first released, it made a pretty sizable splash in the GD community, and everyone was talking about specifically the part with the eye. Showcase channels were eating good that month because all they had to do was slap the eye on a thumbnail and they would get tons of views. This is for a good reason though, because this level is absolutely gorgeous. The rainbow theme is a pretty basic theme, all things considered, but the amount of skill that these creators have in making something unique makes Core very memorable. You've got your standard rainbow levels like Chroma Finale and Mujige, which, don't get me wrong, look good, but Core just takes the idea and pushes it to a limit that no other level has done before. And despite its gameplay flaws, I'm not exactly surprised that some people consider this to be one of their favorite extreme demons. I'm not exaggerating when I say there isn't really anything hard in this level that isn't ship or wave, but to be fair to this level, that does mean it's pretty good for building up your skill. I also really like it when levels tell stories, and Pure Veil definitely tells one. I was too busy, you know, not dying to the impossible straight flies to pay a lot of attention, but the fact that I could gather that there was a story just by playing the level and nothing else means it is at least decently executed. Right, now this level is interesting to say the least. I may be crucified for this, but I honestly think this level's playtesting is really subpar. Despite the gameplay being somewhat satisfying when you can actually pull it off, it does have a lot of problems. Its balancing isn't terrible, and nor is its bug problem, but I don't know, I just found a lot of it really awkward to play, and it had a decent amount of choke points to be annoying too. This is one of the levels where I've never really understood the hype around it. Everyone I heard that played Ethereal Artifice was like, this is the best level ever made, and obviously that piqued my interest. But then I actually played it, and it was just another really mid 2.1 level with some decent parts. Look, maybe it just didn't click with me the same way it did with other people, but I don't know, I just find it kind of overrated, to be honest. The highest ranked Twister Dude level. It's short and it's skill based, which is probably why I like it so much. Yeah, it's got some choke points here and there that don't really get consistent, but it's honestly balanced out by the rest of the level being pretty fun. The decoration could use some work because it seems to be themed around a tornado, but I really don't get that vibe aside from the spinning effect in the later parts. This level's vibe is pretty nice. Is it because Solar Wind is one of the vibiest songs ever composed? Yeah, probably. But the decoration is pretty nice too. I especially like the pre-drop because of how simple yet effective the decoration is at creating the level's atmosphere. It's not crazy or a huge spectacle or anything like that, it's just solid. And you know what, I can't really complain if a level is just all around good. The creator of this level definitely needs to take a lesson in optimizing, but aside from that, the decoration is honestly really nice. I'm not sure why this level is shat on so much, because yeah, some of the designs are pretty basic, but when it's good, it is really good. For example, the most intense part of the level around the middle has a lot of moving parts and flows fantastically with the song as you're playing the level. Unfortunately, the gameplay has a lot to be desired, especially because it's really choke pointy, but I can assure you it definitely could be worse. This is one of the better decorated 1.9 GDPS levels I've beaten. When I think of 1.9 GDPS levels, this should be the standard that you're searching for. It's got a unique idea and it executes it well in a way that makes it memorable. This level's themed around the 4 elements, earth, water, air, and fire, and the only part that I think really suffers as a result of being in 1.9 is the water part. The rest of the level looks decent, and honestly, I'm not surprised because it's made by Royan. The gameplay is but not terrible, and I think my favorite part of the level is the opening part, which gives it a pretty big leg up. I keep forgetting this level is Extreme Demon considering how long it was Insane Demon for. It is definitely early 2.1, and you can tell from the deco, but the gameplay from 20 to 100 is honestly really fun, and it uses the song in a way that Plasma Pulse 3 never could. The deco fits it, and it makes it really enjoyable to watch. Yeah, it's choke point heavy, but not to an unmanageable degree. This level is definitely much better to watch than to play, and that is the main reason why I was drawn to it in the first place. The level looks fantastic, and it has one of my favorite Extrula songs, but the gameplay has some major oversights that causes bugs, unfair deaths, and general awkwardness because a lot of your concentration is focused on trying to avoid said bugs, which is not a good combination for a 4-minute long level. Getting far is fun and intense, and honestly, more of the bugs are concentrated in the first half, so you won't die to bullshit when you're far in the level nearly as much as you would when you're just starting out an attempt. But actually having to get far in the first place is just a bit of a drag. This level should consider itself lucky that the gameplay in the pre-drop is actually pretty fun, otherwise it would be super boring. Definitely a good stepping stone Extreme Demon. You'll find most people getting into playing Extreme Demons will be beating this at some point, and there is a reason for that. It's really iconic, and the gameplay has a wide variety of skill sets that you kind of need to learn how to deal with if you ever want to play other Extreme Demons. And as a result of this, yeah, it's good for building up your skill, but it doesn't make the level very good. It's not bad, but it has its boring moments and some really janky parts that just feel unfair to play sometimes. I will say though, I do actually enjoy the deco quite a bit. It's not the best looking level ever, but it's tied to so much DD history that I can't help but enjoy it at least a little bit. The wave parts in this level belong in a fucking main list, and everything else is entry extreme level difficulty. Thanks Ren, much appreciated. Despite this mildly frustrating balancing, the core gameplay is actually really fun, and the level gets a few bonus points for that. The way the level flows with the song is just a blast, and this level is honestly really enjoyable until you die. Then it's really annoying. I beat this post-update as well, and it used to be so much harder. I can't even imagine what this level would play like if it was list worthy, and I don't think I want to know. One of the 3 rated Extreme Demons that has Tyson's face in it somewhere. Unfortunately, that's the only real notable quality about the level. The decoration's pretty uninteresting to me and has a bit of trouble sticking to a style. Some parts are modern, some parts are effect, and some parts are somewhere in between. There also used to be a secret way at 93% that would just play the rest of the level for you. It's not there anymore, but it is an interesting fact about the level. Like, it is a bloody miracle that this level has a gameplay score of 6, despite pretty much all of its difficulty being compressed into 20% to 37%. The balancers must have been smoking some of that ganja while they were making this shit, because what the fuck? That aside though, the click pattern's pretty satisfying. Sorry. I don't know, I can't help but get at least a little bit of enjoyment out of this horrible level. Oh yeah, and having text pop up on the screen that says this is easy when you die to one of the biggest choke points of the ending is not cool. It loses points for that. But the rest of the level, despite the two things I just mentioned, is pretty enjoyable. Maybe only because it's entry extreme demon gameplay, but I digress. You cannot blame me for giving the award to this level when it is very dated and very clearly from early 2.1 and has a name like Hydraulic Overdrive. Like, come on, man, the creator was aura farming so hard with that. And for those that don't know what raw means in a GD context, it just means a level that is very clearly made out of purely the creator's passion and not to adhere to rating standards. Like, you look at this level and you know the creator was just putting in the editor whatever was in their mind at the time. They weren't thinking, oh, what if this doesn't get rated, or what if people don't like it? They were just making a level that they thought was cool, and I praise it a lot for that. And one thing I specifically want to highlight about this level is that it feels like the level is flowing around you with all the moving parts and random stuff that's going on in the corner of the screen. It's just super cool to watch and to play. Doesn't change the fact that the gameplay is a bit strange, especially with some of the parts being really blinding and the big monster guy being really distracting. But other than that, it really ain't too bad. Yet another level with a really boring name based off of the word Aurora. This level is honestly just Oriole if it was better play tested and looked slightly more interesting. They both look similar and they both play similar and they both have a pretty basic song. It's just Aurora does it slightly better in every way. You could honestly swap the names of the two levels and I wouldn't even bat an eye. The first level on this ranking with a gameplay score of 8, and the only reason it is that high is because this level is basically an insane demon. It would probably be frustrating if you had to play it for more than half an hour, but you can just learn it and then beat it in 10 minutes. Oh yeah, and this level has also been stuck on an April Fool's update for like the past 3 years or something, so I'm gonna be judging its decoration off of that. It makes the level memorable to say the least, and it is funny, but that doesn't change the fact that it is hideous. This was HJ Fod's magnum opus for the time, and I can definitely see the amount of effort that he put into it, but like, I don't think it looks that good. It's detailed and there's a lot of passion, but the designs and the backgrounds are not very interesting to me. And don't think I didn't notice that he reused a background from this level in Sigma as well. As for the gameplay, it really does pay the price of being made in early 2.1, and the level has some really questionable hitboxes sometimes, especially in the UFO and the pre-drop. I honestly think this level turned out really good because it was an amazing level for its time, but it really just hasn't aged very good and it drags it down a lot. Schmiggles is the same guy that made Gloss, so when I went into this, I wasn't expecting much, but it honestly ended up pleasantly surprising me. Schmiggles' style of creating is honestly really unique, and it's like a combination of several different creators. As a result of this, Schmiggles has created his own style that's really unique and pretty recognizable if you know what you're looking for. And Ion is a perfect example of that. Ion is memorable and tries new things without being frustrating or poorly made, and I really enjoyed most of my time playing this level. The only reason it's this low is because it doesn't do anything crazy aside from being unique. If you told me that the wave in the middle of this level was from an extended list, I would probably believe you. Thankfully for this level, the gameplay is fun enough to stop the stupidly difficult wave being that frustrating, but it is definitely an issue. Once you pass the wave though, your chances of beating it go up a lot because pretty much everything past it is super easy. This makes the level significantly less frustrating than it would be if the gameplay past the wave was difficult. I've also always been a fan of Metal Face's deco, so this level definitely scratches that itch for me. Look, I honestly expected this level to place lower considering it has literally nothing of interest going on. This is one of the most forgettable levels I've ever played ever, but somehow it's so basic and well-rounded that it becomes good. No part in this level is bad compared to the others, and the decoration doesn't change much either. The entire level is just a minute and a half of you playing decent gameplay. And honestly, in an environment where there are so many terribly playtested extremes, this was a welcome experience. I could see an argument for this level being a lot lower, but I just appreciate how fantastically playtested this level is. I fluked this from 29%, so my opinion on it isn't exactly the most reliable, but from what I did actually get to play, I found this level was really carried by its ship choke points and a few inconsistent clicks that I don't even know how I fluked. The deco's pretty rock solid, all things considered though, and I found playing this level gave off a pretty nice vibe. This was definitely made before Yuho got to properly polish his style. The deco, despite sticking to its theme really well, is pretty messy and all over the place, and is a pretty strong contrast from Yuho's more modern deco. That being said, this level's gameplay was honestly really unique, and I found some enjoyment in it despite it being a little strange to play. Even though it wasn't perfect, it definitely kept me entertained, mind, and one of the things that I repeat over and over again is that a frustrating level is better than a boring level any day of the week. Despite its deco not being nearly as good as Cybernetic Crescent, I think this is by far the best of the trilogy in terms of gameplay. I understand that that's probably an unpopular opinion, but I don't know, Devon and Etza in the middle of the level just get so consistent. I hear people complaining about those two parts very often, but I honestly never really got frustrated at them because of how high your consistency can get. Towards the end of my experience, and as a hardest no less, I was passing those parts pretty much every single time. The level probably would be better if they weren't so hard, but there are way worse parts in this level that weigh it down, such as Galvatron, Kamal, and Manix. I beat this level before I discovered that I could turn my monitor brightness up, so the last 30% was basically completely blind for me. Even though my monitor brightness is a lot higher now, I still find it really unnecessary to make the last 30% that dark. As for the rest of the level, it uses a lot of unique ideas and is definitely memorable enough to give it a deco score of 7. Somehow made by the same guy that made Paralysis. I was talking about how pretty much every single Phasm level looks exactly the same. This is the one exception to that rule. I don't know why Phasm decided to cook so unbelievably hard with this, but he did, and I am honestly impressed considering what I normally see from him. This level just has so much energy, and the gameplay, despite being pretty reminiscent of Phasm, is very fun. The pre-drop could definitely be improved because it's by far the hardest section of the level and is really boring, but it's not so much of an issue to the point where this level gets super dragged down by it. Levels like this is why realism style is so disliked. Yeah, looking at it's nice if you ignore all the scaled up objects being super grainy, but then you actually have to play it, and you have to play Where's Wally looking for the bloody hitboxes. Like seriously, even for a realism level, the hitboxes in this are awful. Thankfully, this level is really easy and does get somewhat consistent once you learn it. That is
Can I say the N-word?
Why its gameplay
No.
score is remotely healthy. Credit where credit is due though, I really do like this level's theme. I don't know why this level gets so much hate, to be honest. It's just an all-round solid level. It's very skill-based, which means most of the time, if you die, it's your fault, and that is a good thing. The decoration isn't anything crazy, but it still looks good, especially for the time that it was made.
so
As I have
fucking-
mentioned
Oh
previously,
my
I don't really like
God.
the Yatagarasu song, but I can deal with it in this level. Now, I had no idea this level even existed for the longest time. It's a spin-off of the Sonic
Why? I
series
wonder
with
why.
heavy inspiration from Hypersonic and Subsonic. And I wouldn't say it's copying Subsonic or Hypersonic because it does some stuff that is only unique to this level. The choke points in this level are goofy as hell and honestly pretty prominent, with one of the more ridiculous examples being the one wave click right before the drop. Not sure what they were thinking with that, but all the power to them, I suppose. Best be warned though, it's definitely not for everyone. Up until now, I've kept a certain aspect of this ranking to myself, and I haven't told you about it. It's called the Hidden Gem, and I've given it to a select few levels that I think are absolutely fantastic, but criminally underrated. This level is absolutely gorgeous and has so many unique ideas that I don't see anyone talking about. This is very reminiscent of Nelv, but I could honestly see an argument for it being better in terms of decoration. This level's atmosphere is fantastic, with the dark, abstract theme being prominent throughout the entire level. You just feel like you're becoming a part of the level as you're playing it, and I commend it so hard for that. But that being said, I see no one talking about this. I had never even heard of this level until I was just scrolling the non-list-worthy spreadsheet one day and spotted it. For a level that looks this good, why is it not praised at all? And yeah, the gameplay's not great, but you can't use that argument considering some of the most popular levels in this game have awful gameplay. I wouldn't exactly say I recommend you go and play it because it's not going to be for everyone, but if you're having a discussion about cool levels, you might want to bring this up. This level gets stupidly consistent past 30%, and proof of that is that I fluked it from 50, and I don't even consider that to be that lucky. Honestly, once you learn 30 to 100 and do it a single time, you're going to be able to chain that run over and over and over again, and honestly, that makes it really enjoyable. Yeah, this level's title is pretty funny, but that doesn't change the fact that it is exactly what it says on the tin. This may or may not have been intentional, I'm not entirely sure, but it really feels like this level was made to poke fun at generic glow levels. It literally has every single aspect that is reminiscent of a generic glow level. It has choke points, the main game modes are wave and ship, it's very unbalanced, and it's very forgettable in both deco and gameplay. The only thing it doesn't really have is horrible hitboxes. If this level was made to be a critique on generic glow levels, I respect the creators for that, and if it wasn't, at least they're self-aware. I don't like it when levels force me to play with a mashup, because I personally just find them really annoying. I don't like having to listen to the same lyric over and over again when I'm trying to practice a level, and it's also the same reason why I tend to not like GD songs that have lyrics. But either way, the actual decoration in this level is pretty good, especially for a 1.9 GDPS level. It's got a few 2.0 features glitches in there, but I'm mostly going to classify it as a 1.9 level. The main issue I have from a decoration standpoint is the fact that sometimes the spikes in the wave are really hard to see, and it can make your click patterns kind of awkward. Thankfully, the pre-drop in this level is very consistent, so you can pretty much just chain drop attempts over and over after a few days of playing. The highest ranked of the Ocular Miracle levels. I'd say its gameplay is the best out of the three because it's the least buggy, but unfortunately the price of that is that it's really learny as well. I'm not sure whether I think this or Faith is learnier, but they're pretty much on par with each other regardless. This level is definitely in its prime when it is in the full Ocular Miracle level instead of its own thing, because it's entirely built around being the climax of a 5-minute long level. But even though it loses a lot of that impact by being its own separate thing, it's still pretty enjoyable to play, and getting far is intense enough to be worth a mention. I'm a big fan of how well this level sticks to its theme. This level's themed around gradually increasing in altitude as you go through the level, and I think that's a really cool idea that's done pretty well here. You start at the bottom of the ocean and gradually make your way out, and then onto land, and then onto buildings, and then eventually you get into space once you get to the drop. This is great, and the gameplay isn't awful either. It could definitely be better because it is pretty awkward, and the level can be boring at times, but other than that, I don't really have any issues. The description of this level on the non-this-worthy spreadsheet is just, quote, my first extreme demon in under 1k, unquote. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. It's super easy to learn, very skill-based, and gets consistent rather quickly.
That's awesome.
This makes it very appealing to pretty much every single type of player, because extreme demon grinders like me can just beat it in 20 minutes in 200 attempts, and those less experienced with extreme demons can still pick this up and beat it in a day. Is it maybe insane demon? Yeah, but I'd rather it stay extreme because of how much enjoyment it brings to such a wide variety of people. As you've probably figured out by now, I really enjoy it when levels stick to their theme, and this level definitely does that. It's themed around molten metal, and the fact that most of the creators took on a really strong factory theme for that means it suits it super well. My main issue with this, though, is that the level is called Molten Mercury. Molten Mercury is gray, not orange. I was tempted to knock the level at least a little bit for that, and I'm still on the fence about it, but it's not that big a deal. It's more just an interesting nitpick that I think about every time I see this level. And another cool thing about this level's deco is that it has an old Kuluk part. You honestly don't see those much, and I'm glad that this level has one. Once it's pointed out to you that it was made by Kuluk, you can definitely tell, but it's not something that you would immediately think of on your own either. As for the gameplay, it's got some really strange balancing problems and a few bugs here and there, but this level gets surprisingly consistent to the point where it doesn't really matter. It's a lot like Molten Gear in the sense that it feels impossible at first, and then once you play it for a few days, you start to realize that it's not nearly as hard as you thought it was. Despite this level's name, it has zero connection to the ultimate phase. The gameplay is really easy to learn and pretty satisfying to pull off, making the experience really pleasant. The deco is far from anything special, but it's not ugly either, so it gets a 5. You can definitely tell that this is early Zephyrok's deco compared to some of the stuff that he made later on, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I'm not sure why, but this level gives off very strong temple/jungle vibes. I've always been a big fan of jungle themes, so even if it wasn't intentional, this level's deco score gets a boost because of that. I think the fact that it's really claustrophobic in a lot of the parts and has a lot of detail pretty much everywhere is what constructs that vibe for me. I've also
See? I feel so full. I feel fat and ugly. That was one Big Mac and a fry. And a pop. How the fuck do you guys do that? I'm actually gonna puke. A single fry, you're banned. How I managed to be the fat one is beyond me. Bro, both my I'm not reading that. No. No, I'm not reading that. You can't have gluten? Really? I also can't. My mom gets the burgers with no bun, and then she like has her own buns at home. She puts it on. You can order a burger no bun. I didn't know you're gluten free too. I am gluten free. I'm gluten intolerant. My mom is. Yeah, my mom is celiac. But I'm only intolerant. Domino's is really good with gluten-free pizza. So you know. Hey, Domino's normal pizza. I think Domino's is the best gluten-free pizza out of all the gluten-free pizzas I've tried. It's good enough? Alright. You know, you can ask for a burger with no bun. And then put your own bun, gluten-free bun on it. Ergonomic chair has been placed at 906. What? Oh. The pest is live still. Jonathan, did you ever finish this fucking level? No. Hello, my boy. He's actually been working on that level for longer than I've been playing the game. And I find that so funny. That's like fucking crazy. Is it ever worth making a level for that long? I feel kind of sick. Me too. I am sick, having an infection. but for McDonald's, I have a score McFlurry. Those are gluten free. I like them. I actually do feel sick. Wow. I don't think I'm gonna be playing for much longer. I got 42 on it today. I should go. I'm not even lying. Like, I should probably go. I'm tired. I woke up early today. I should have slept more, but I didn't. 3-hour stream's fine. We got 4,200, so makes up for it. I don't think anyone's live. There's Nepesta. Should raid Nepesta. I don't think he's gonna react. Should raid Jinxie? Who? Let's find someone to raid. There's like no good people. Why is someone playing Heliopolis? Wait. He doesn't speak English.
Deberí verificarlo, weón, ya fue, weón. Verifícalo, ya se te dio en México, ganáis
I'll
plata,
rate them,
ganáis
bro.
fama, ganáis todo, weón.
What copy is this? Is this my copy?
Qué
Tell me
maricón,
something
weón, qué
copy.
maricón.
He's dying and can't see.
Qué mariquita. Que me tomarán. Pásate Kyoki, weón, entonces.
Hamilton's live? What? Hamilton streams? Wait, I have like no viewers. It's fine. What is Hamilton's fucking... Why is...
Purchase any Monster Original, Zero Ultra, or Monster Energy product with a silver tab to earn special in-game rewards. This weapon vinyl is so fire on the new blueprint. And this operator skin, crazy. Scan and
Wow.
redeem your codes at callofduty.monsterenergy.com to receive your special in-game reward.
Four? It says I have 9 on my end. That's crazy. No, it's not even worth it. That's embarrassing. Another time. My chef. Leaving. Goodbye.
I think it's time to start buffing the second.
Another time over here, Hamilton.